Welcome to Shul Machshav and the Daf. She is sponsored by Nishma Sami Akashom Lam Basitzchuk. We're holding our Zara Daf Samach Zayin. The Daf is Oisek in this big sugyo of a noisin tam Lifgam. When something gives a mixture that gives a bad taste, if a isser is mixed in heter and it gives a bad taste, it gives a tam Lifgam, so then most agree that it's not usher. And there's a oimik niflo that you have in this inyan of noisin tam Lifgam. To explain it, let's start with the Bnei Yissaschar and Chodesh Adar Maimer Beis Drush Zayin. He explains over there, after he goes to the Indian, that anything which is usher in the world to eat is because it belongs to the Klipos, it belongs to Koiches Zara. So says the Bnei Yissaschar, why sometimes we will have a Isser that becomes Heter? If you have Isser that falls into Heter, and it's Batal Beroi, Batal B'shishim, so then you can eat it. What's pshat? What about that isser? Says in the Yisrael, big Yisrael, he says like this: anything which is bad in the world is because there's a nitzoitz kedusha in it that gives it his chiyus, gives it his livelihood. And sometimes the Kodesh Baruch Hu is coming to extract that nitzoitz kedusha which is in the bad thing and bring it back to be able to elevate it in order to be a meichel that will say a bracha on it, you'll be eaten. Because the job of Am Yisrael is to be mevara the toy minara. So if this nitzis kedusha which is in this meichel, it came to a time where it needs to be mizbarer, so that Kodesh Baruch Hu sense that this davar also falls into davar heter and is batal baroiv or anything like that, and then you eat the davar yisur, you're able to eat the nitzis kedusha which is in davar yisur. And with that, the Bnei Yissaschar goes on to say that when you have something which is mutter al pi Torah and al pi Chazal, something which is batal b'shishim, is mutter lechol. A person should not say, you know what, I want to be machmir. I want to be machmir in this thing. I don't want to come and rely on the heter that the Torah and Chazal told us. Says in Yissaschar, that's not the right thing to do. Because many times this is the tachlis, a kavana, Kodesh Baruch Hu wants that this meichel that was misarev, it was elevated that a yid can eat it. And he brings what the Gemara tells us in Brachos, he says the Shlo explains, what does it mean? Someone who means there was Omel B'Torah and he knows that this thing is mutter. So yeah, Yeresh Shamayim says, I don't want to eat this is probably an Isser. Comes the Yigia Kappa, someone who worked in it and says, no, Pi Allah, it's mutter. So you should eat it, he's Gadol, he's greater. So he says, if these people that want to be machmir, when you have a Taruvis, which al Pi Din is mutter, it's not Derech HaChasidus, it's not the right thing to do. Adarab, it's a mitzvah to eat it because it needs to, if it was mistoiva by Kodesh Baruch Hu to get to that stage. So once we understand this oimek ha'inyan, so with this we could go to understand the concept of Noisei Tam Lifgam, and this is brought down in the Sefer Likutei Halachos, which is based on the Torah of Nachman Breslev, in the parak which is called Noisei Tam Lifgam Ois Beis. And then he takes this concept of the Bnei Yissaschar and he takes it to another stage. He says like this: really, any type of food that has any taste, that is tasty, is because of the Kedusha. The more Kedusha it has, the tastier it is. That's why the Ma'acholim, the food of Shabbos, is the tastiest food that we have. Because it's so Kaddish, it's so elevated. The less Kaddish it is, the less taste it has. Now, Kol Dover Aser, you know why it has a taste? You know why it's tasty? Because it has in it Nitzitz Kedusha, as the Bnei Yissaschar taught us. Has in it something of Kedusha. That's what gives it the good taste. If it does have the Nitzitz Kedusha, so why can I go and eat that meichel that has the Nitzitz Kedusha in it? Because it's mu'urav in something which is bad, is mu'urav in the Yisurim. And if it's mu'urav in the Yisurim, so I can't reach it. I can't get to the Nitzitz Kedusha when it's in the Yisur. He says that's the pshat, it's called Asur. Why is it Asur? Asur is Lashon that it's captured, like a Beis HaAsurim. The Nitzitz Kedusha is captured within the davar which is Asur. Because what gives the chiyus to the meichel, what gives chiyus to anything which is Asur, is the Nitzitz Kedusha. But once a food has no taste, or the taste that it has is a bad taste, so that means the Nitzitz Kedusha left it. And we may let the Koiches Zara don't have any power. Because Koiches Zara, if they don't have the Nitzitz Kedusha, they're not alive. That's when you're allowed to eat the meichel Asur. Says that's the pshat Noisei Tam Lifgam. Noisei Tam Lifgam means there's no taste anymore. It's not delicious. It's not tasty. It's not anymore. It doesn't have anything of Gedusha in it, which means it doesn't have any chiyus. It doesn't have a chiyus that goes back to heter. And he says this is the big yisoid legabe darchei avoda. Sometimes a person is very far from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As long as he has some taste, some chiyus to him, so that chiyus is giving him power to do bad things. He's a Rasha, he does bad things, and when he's ambitious and he has the ritzonus, he continues to do bad things. But once all his ambition and all his enthusiasm went away, and he feels by himself that he's only bad, he's not excited about himself, he's not excited to do Dover Asur, the mere fact that he's in that situation where he has no chiyus, that itself brings him close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's like the noisa tam lifgam. You take away the chiyus, the mitzvah's kedusha that gives the life, and you mele it's mutter. Why is it mutter? Because if it has no life to it, so you mele connects back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'advarim amukim me'oid. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.